Hey everyone, and welcome to another video from the Parrott Bros. I'm Dom, and today this is episode 4 of Subscribers Car Showcase. That is a real tongue twister. I certainly know how to pick titles. So we're going to be going through 4 of your cars sent in by yourselves on this very channel, rather than you watching me muck around with my same old car all the time. I thought it was about time we share some of your cars. So before we get stuck into it, let's jump straight into the intro. Okay, so first up we have Eris from Athens, Greece. He has an Instagram. I'll put it down in the description because I cannot say that for love nor money. He's had this 225 Roadster for 1.5 years. Things he loves about it: a lot of car for the money. Things he hates about it: heating and cooling issues that need to be fixed, and it's a pain. Now I can imagine in Greece it is extremely hot. So yeah, cooling fan issues, mate. If you need any help with those, give me a shout. I'll be more than happy to help. Horsepower 265 brake, 380 Newton meters, so that's definitely had some tuning. His future plans are for a full stage 2 tune, suspension upgrade, already got Bilstein B6 is ready to go, and a DSG DQ250 swap. Now that is very, very cool. That's actually something I've been looking into in the background myself. Now let's talk about the mods. Hood vent is an air vent out of a Mustang GT, helps with the cooling a lot, I can imagine. It's got a Rieger front bumper, carbon fibre wing lip, plasti dip fuel cap, handmade rear diffuser, Facebook name Panos Peter Peter. Wheels are JR Japan Racing 3s, 18-inch. They look very, very good. It's Maffless. It's got R8 coils, got a load of pipe work, intercooler, quite a few other bits. Custom exhaust. Yeah, the exhaust is an interesting one because it's got almost like a Jap sort of style to it, with the sort of the thin exhaust tips. Fuel pump, he's got forged air intake kit, Polyflex. He said he'd spent about €4,500 on mods, so that's just on mods. I really love them. The only TT way I would change this car is if I buy a Mark II TTS. So I can completely agree with that, because I have looked at TTSs in the past, and they are, I guess, a natural progression from the Mark I to the Mark II, if that's what you're looking to do, because obviously they're a lot more powerful, slightly better suspension because it's got mag ride, and it's just that bit quicker, but you do lose that iconic styling. Now, going back to some of the mods he had on the car, the colour, amazing, Dolomite by the looks of it. Carbon fibre Mark II TT steering wheel, wicked flat bottom, very nice piece of kit with the old cup holder, got to have a cup holder. What do you think to that front bumper? The Rieger front bumper, that's quite smart. I like the lower lip. I don't know about the big grille, because it takes away from the iconic look of the Mark I, from my personal opinion. But the bonnet vent, really, really like, and the V6 spoiler extension, very, very nice. Right, let's move on to number 2. Next up is Mark from the Midlands. Now this car I have seen quite a few times. I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos, you've probably seen it in the past. Instagram, TT225MHS. Had it 18 months, bought it in July 2021, so it's actually coming up to 2 years now. It was sent in a little while ago. He's got all the common stylings you'd expect to see on a sort of lightly modified car. 225 and Ava Silver. Things you love about it is styling and how the car takes me back 20 years to when I first wanted one. Now you're showing your age, mate. Also the meets in Hemel, Ockham and shows such as Sanford and Vorsprung. Looking forward to Vorsprung this year. That's going to be a wicked show. Now this is the Hemel show at my favourite cafe. Hopefully we'll get to do another couple of those. Things he hates about it: the EML light. So it's stock power. However, he's got the mods which have given him a slight improvement. Remap plans. Great looking car. I mean, look at that. That is just pretty much factory, apart from the exhaust and the extensions, but that could be a V6, you never know. Continue to carry out subtle mods and keep it running. It had a rear seat delete when brought, but put rear seats back in. However, we'll be going back to the delete. See, that's the great thing about these. You can chop and change. Also want to add some carbon to the car. That is a dangerous game. Gets expensive. The seals do need doing and showing signs of rust. And lastly, just to enjoy it, mate. Honestly, got to be enjoyed. Let's go through some of the mods then. We've got AP coilovers, Scorpion exhaust, 200 cell race cap, front mount intercooler, ProRam air filter, forged divert valve, polished charge pipe, catch can. Look at them gorgeous cars at the Motorist. That was our trip last summer, I believe. It was, yeah, when I still had the red one. What else has he got? Spacers, you got to have spacers, and he's done some painting. This car is actually known as the £10 TT because he bought it for £1,850. However, after placing a bet for £10 in lockdown and winning just over £2,000, he says that technically this car cost him a tenner. So I can't argue with that. I'm sure he's spent more than a tenner on it since then. Can't you agree? But yeah, he's had a go at painting everything. He's painted the wheels, he's painted the rocker cover, he's done quite a lot of the modifications himself, and he loves getting stuck in. And I think that's key with doing this, is just having a go yourself, obviously within your own capabilities, but by watching videos like myself, Andy Charger, Chris, Bryn, and all the other TT sort of channels and just general car channels out there, is that it gives you the confidence to have a go at doing certain things. And there's a lot of people that are not keen on doing things, but the price of doing it kind of makes it sort of unaffordable. So you've got to get stuck in and have a go. You can always buy spare parts cheap. There's always some breakers selling some bits if you need anything, and you can just buy them, have a go at painting, have a go at doing printing on them, whatever it is you're going to be doing, and just going from there. But an absolutely lovely car. OEM plus on that one, I'd say. What do you think? Let's move on to number 3. Next up, we've got this lovely black TT coming in from Southampton, wants to be known as Mr. TT. I've actually seen this car, and a couple of the pictures, I'm sure you can guess which ones, are actually taken by me at Ockham Bites. I got to meet this car late last year. Really nice car, and it just shows you what just a set of wheels can do to the look of a car. Now, some of the mods he's done, lowered on coilovers. He's put a pop-out head unit on there, which actually sort of ejects out of the dash and then folds up like the old school 7-inch. He's got 18-inch alloys just referred by himself. He's got an auto start engine, so he can literally press a button, start his car, warm it up without even being in the car. That takes me back to the max power days. That's quite a cool thing, but yeah, you don't really see that very often anymore. Rear parking camera, I mean, yeah, taking the car into the 21st century, that's for sure. Mods to be done, put a private TT number plate on, Maxton front splitter. I like them, but they do worry me because they're made out of fiberglass and I'm not very good at parking near curbs. Has anyone else broken one of them in the past? Stage 1 remap, rear window tints. Oh, so on the black, I think the window tints would look pretty sweet, but I hate tints. I'm sure you all know that anyway. Mainly just because between the front windows and the back windows, it would just be really obvious that you've had it tinted. But it is each to their own, and I know a lot of people have got tints already. And on a black car, mega, they do look good. That sort of blacked out look. He's had the car since 2015 and would never part with it. Drives so smooth and never gives me any issues, minor. He put minor, as in minor. He gets the odd minor issue. At the moment, it's a weekend car. I love the fact that it looks like you've got it in your work doing a bit of Sunday afternoon polishing. But black, honestly, black is so easy to make look good. Throw a decent set of wheels on, lower it, and it just looks bang on. You can add a few little sort of silver touches if you want to, or you can go murdered out, black the lights out, black everything, epic looking. But it just shows what you can do with a stock car. There's that screen that pops out, quite cool, especially if you can add things on like sat nav, your Spotify, all that kind of good stuff, the Bluetooth and all that. Rear camera, definitely helpful, especially when you've got them window tints, mate. You are going to need that to work out where you're parking without hitting anything. You won't be able to see anything in the dark. It'll just be like, yeah, look, I'm looking. But that just shows what a set of wheels and lowering can do. Right, let's move on to number 4. Last but very not least, we have Ross from the UK, at Mark1TT. What an epic Instagram name. He's had the car a few months, it's a 225, and he's got these beautiful and quite rare apt wheels, ABT, however you want to say it. I still don't know how to say it properly. Apt wheels, 5-spoke, take me back to the old Fox Racing Wheels days with a bit of dish. And it, again, just shows you what a black car with a set of wheels, lowered exhaust, absolutely looks fantastic. A clean, low mileage and tastefully modified example, which is what he loves about it. Can't disagree with that. The thing you hate about it, dash cluster plays up in the cold. Mine plays up all the time. They are absolutely crap. Speculated with no dyno printout, 260 horsepower. It goes back to me saying before that you don't really know what the horsepower is, and I'd love to see what people think it is versus what it actually is in real life. Future plans continue with tasteful mods and upgrade where necessary. some of the modifications it's got. Badger 5, oversized tip, ram air intake, rear apt wheels, coilovers. It's just a great looking car. I mean, black really suits, 3-bar grille, black inset inlaid headlights, the V6 touches if you can get them, because the contrast of the shiny black and the not shiny black. Highly polished silver exhaust, silver wheels always suit black. If you can black the fuel cap and maybe sort of tint the windows slightly, all those kind of touches, the murdered out look is such a great look on the black, I think. Anyway, it's my personal opinion. But it's great to see some cars from highly modified to basically OEM plus, just with a little sprinkle of goodness, just to take them away from that like completely boggo standard look and just make them personalised to yourself. Let's have a quick recap and we'll go back through what we've seen today, shall we? So first up, we've got Aris from Greece, Athens, Roadster, tastefully modified, but slightly more so in the cosmetic sides, with a bonnet vent and the front bumper change and all the different things, Japan racing wheels, and being a Roadster. Quite unusual for people to highly modified Roadsters. Moving on, we've got Marks from the Midlands, a car you've seen probably quite a lot if you've been on the internet. Again, tastefully modified, all the things that most people want to do to their TT when they first buy it. Then we've got Mr. TT's Black 225 lowered with those chromy look sort of 2-colour wheels. They're really strange because they've got that slightly wide lip to them. They just look a different size to what they are, but it just shows what a set of wheels can do to a car. Again, number 4, Ross's black one with the apt wheels. Again, just a set of wheels, a good clean, a few little touches, and it just completely transforms the look of a Mark 1 TT. If you could pick one of those 4, which one would it be and why? Just one line, maybe. I like the number 2 because it's got quite a few tasteful mods, all the kind of things I want to do to mine, or all the things I've done to mine, maybe. I want to thank everyone who sent their pictures in today, who are featured today and in previous episodes. If you haven't and you'd like to send yours in, please do so. All the details are down in the description, or you can head over to our website, theparrottbros.co.uk. If you didn't know I had a website, I have a website, I have a Facebook, I have an Instagram. Where have you been? Go check them out. Drop some pictures of your car. I don't care whether it's stock. I don't care whether you've put tights over your lights, whether you've tint sprayed your headlights, whatever it is you've done. We want to see it. If you like it, you look back and you take a picture as you're walking away. We want to see it. Submit it. Share it with everyone. Everyone's always keen to see what you've done because everything's a little bit different, and it's always nice to get some I don't know what the word, some motivation to what you can do next, because I always strive to think, oh, what else haven't I done? What can be done? What things have people done? Can be made? All that kind of stuff, because it's really interesting, and it's nice to personalise your car. But enough of me waffling on. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.